Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days siege battle for you today, and the elves of the Woodland realm are defending against the forces of evil led by the Easterlings. And we have a glorious siege battle here. We are here on, I can't actually remember what this map's called. This map. But yeah, I do quite enjoy this map. I can't remember which one it is actually called now. Its name is escaping me. Dawnless, that is it. It is called Dawnless. Of course, I played on this map probably far too many times. So we have Isengard and we have the Eastlings here on this 2v2 against two Woodland Realm armies. It's looking pretty bad on the balance of power for the Elves of the Woodland Realm. They have 2,400 against 6,000 forces of evil. I was going to say orcs, but the men of the Eastlings are not orcs. They are men. But yeah, so this is certainly going to be an interesting one. This was sent in by, well, not a member of the Discord. It was on the Rise of Mordor server. If you'd like to send in your own Dawnless Days, like replays to be featured on the channel, feel free to join the Discord. The link's down below in the description, and I will get around to showing them off. I do enjoy showing off the Dawnless Days content, and I know you guys do also enjoy it. As you can see, these raiders here of Isengard getting focused down. These poor guys. They are a big unit and they're a light melee infantry unit, so they're really quick. So they might be able to catch the elves, but they also are very susceptible to being shot by arrows. And you can see the elves are preparing to pull back behind their pole arms and prepare to just have a war of attrition, I guess you could say, really here. So the Hall Guardians will just stand their ground there. They're going to need like pikes to get through them, or some crossbows. We also have an onager here that's been set up. That looks like it's been firing down a little bit. And we actually have some elves looking like they're going to get onto the wall. Lord Slasgarland going onto the wall. Still feel like it's a little bit bold, but maybe they're going up here just to get the supply barrel, get some ammo maybe before they actually flee. And we've got Lokirium archers down here as well. So it looks like we have the Eastlings also supporting on this side. Maybe just because they have some bows. So they're supporting on this side. But yeah, the Eastlings are mainly over here, landing with all their Varag warriors. So this is going to be interesting, that's for sure. But as you can see, we have a blue and we have a yellow sort of Woodland Realm player. But that is it. Dawnless is a big map, so there's going to be a lot of this map that the attackers are going to be able to take, because it looks like the elves of the Woodland Realm are just going to defend the interior sort of areas and this like pathway over here. They're hardly defending these lower areas, which, I mean, fair enough. It's going to be pretty difficult for them with 2v2, but it may be their downfall. We will see. We have pikes on the way up, by the way, Uruk pikes here, and we have pole arms, Solocrium halberdiers being set up. It looks like they've been shot to pieces by archers, and we actually have Hall Guardians getting shot in the back as well by those Locrium archers there, which are getting focused on by, it looks like, by Elven archers, which, I mean, not these ones though, because they're in combat, it would seem. But yes, if you're enjoying the Dawnless Days content and want to see more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. Feel free as well to check out the merch if you want to support the channel in any other way, and go and get yourself a bit of papal merch. And yeah, let's get into this battle, and let's hopefully see some glorious tactics and some bloody choke points. But yes, this is the first, I guess you could say, of these choke point battles here. The Uruk infantry should probably beat the Lord's Last Guard. They are in melee infantry, and they are very heavy. Against heavy bows, but the Lord's Last Guard will put up a decent fight. They might want to run for, try and do a dash. They have a lot of ammo. It's a really risky business moving them up onto the wall. I don't know why he really did it. Maybe trying to support with the archers here, but yeah, a really risky job they've really tried there. But here we go, pikes and polearms now battling out in their little poking session here. Already seeing Hall Guardians being used really early on here. This is a really bold move by the Woodland Realm to throw these guys in early. But as you can see, the Hall Guardians just don't have the range. I imagine they will. Yeah, Hall Guardians are starting to die slowly. They really need to get some swords in there or something and try and support, because these Uruk pikes are just getting easy kills here. Look at this. They're not even like trying to prevent the pikes here from killing them. We're just watching like Hall Guardians who just got dropped slowly. That guy died as well. Yeah, this is just painful. Oh well. We'll come back to that to see whether anything else happens. It seems as though Eastlings over here landing without an issue. So the Woodland Realm are also just giving up on their outer defenses on this side. Lord's Last Guard retreating. Generally just a lot of retreating going on right now by the elves as they retreat. I mean, they don't really have the men to just throw away. It just, choke points are not going to win, to be honest. So rightfully so. I mean, the elves over here doing okay. Only lost 4 Lord's Last Guard, and they've killed a lot of Uruks. Whether it's enough, I don't know. But you can see the Hall Guardians retreated. They have lost a bunch of troops, so now the Lords of Lasgalen going in. Really, they need some archers or something to support this fight here, because the pikes are just going to annihilate a lot of stuff. We've got the officer here. He's just cutting stuff down left, right, and center. He's doing his job. Yeah, these Lasgalen, these Lasgalen blades here are winning. Doing a very, very good job, in fact. They're just going to cut these guys down. I'm very surprised that they're going to win that. Also, Lords Lasgalen over here, I did say they were good in melee. And they're so good that they are now beating these Uruk-hai infantry. But this is mainly down to support from archers. They have managed to do this. It is not just a one-on-one. I doubt in a 1v1 Lords Lasgalen would beat Uruk-hai infantry. But I'd be interested to see. That is for sure. If I was Isengard, I would be looking to flank around here. Like, try and get around this flank here. Already, this is looking like a really good spot to try and get around. I mean, they will try and shoot you with Lords Lasgalen. That is a risk. But you don't really want to just try and frontally assault these elves if you don't have to. Try and flank them where possible. I mean, the Lasgalen blades here just going to have a standoff with these Uruk-hai infantry. And you imagine the Uruks will lose that fight. I can't see them winning it. We actually have archers over here getting caught out by Varag warriors here. This is a good sign here. I mean, these Lords of Lasgalen, elite infantry, plus elite archers. You want to try and kill these guys off as easily as possible. And we've got more Lords of Lasgalen over here trying to get some easy shots, trying to focus these barracks down. And I think the Eastling player's like, yep, I'm not going to reach them in time, so let's just retreat. And not a bad idea. More barracks down here also getting focused down. That's the only risk with these things, that they brought a bunch of shock infantry, like wards, rune, barracks. I mean, their macemen have got shields, so they're okay. But yeah, they are running a bit of a risk. He's got a very elite army, I feel. I don't know what the prices were, but there's a lot of Locurim and Vargs and stuff like that. So yeah, he's brought a pretty good army, that is for sure. Be interested to see what the funds were. But here we go. It looks like we're about to see the elves charge in here. They're going to go in against the Uruks of Isengard. They're going to try and push these guys back. And let's see how they do. We love the officer for this unit. It just looks awesome with double-handed sword. I know I've already said it, but my gosh, it looks good. Yes, hope you guys are having great days and are enjoying. Well, we have good weather here in the UK. I hope you guys also have some great weather wherever you are in the world. But I hope you're able to sit down, relax, maybe enjoy some Easter eggs if you've got any. It is that time of year. I couldn't think of anything better. Chocolate and Lord of the Rings. What a mix that would be. Uruks, they're starting exhausted over here. I feel like this is turning into a bit of a stalemate. I feel like the elves could maybe win that, but it's going to be a stalemate for sure. Here, it looks like the Hall Guardian's still losing. Lasgalen blades also being thinned out. We had halberds in there. Yeah, they still can't deal with these pikes. If they have any ammo, they need to just retreat and just shoot these pikes. Just let the pikes have a little bit of joy. Well, don't let the pikes have a little bit of joy, because they've had their joy. They're killing these Hall Guardians, which are much more elite and much more effective, I feel, than the pikes. Like, if they could have killed those pikes off and maybe weakened the halberds, which they have done to both, they would have made that this choke point almost unassaulable, really. I mean, they are bringing up crossbows. And there's berserkers back here as well, so they've got some good stuff still to come in, but yeah, that would have been a tough place to assault. I mean, they haven't really left much at the back at this like rear defense. They've got some more Hall Guardians, but yeah, not much really. I'll be interested to see how the Woodland Realm does in this one. That is for sure. I certainly feel like they're up against it today. They're firing on hard in this choke point here. You imagine they might bring a pikes, my Isengard, to try and support this. Got a lot of crossbows, but they need a clear line of sight. They need they can't just shoot over the line of battle like this. I mean, they sort of are, but they're obstructed at the moment. I think they are trying to shoot the halberds behind and more Hall Guardians there. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. We also have shock infantry on the wall here. Wards Rune, they're about to take on these Lasgalen blades. They're getting focused down though. We're seeing a whole bunch of Locrium down here being tied down by 3 Elven units. This is too many. I mean, Last Garden Blades are much superior to Lokirim for sure. They only need one Last Garden Blade here, I'd say, to beat these Lokirim. Especially when you don't have the numbers, like you need to be making sure that you use your like your units everywhere. I mean, these are also, some of these were archers I'm seeing here. Archers without ammo. Not a good sign they're already burning through their ammo. I'm now seeing Walls of Ruin come in. And they come with their big old swords here, and they're going to try and chop these guys down. I mean, I won't want to get in the way of that guy with a big old blade. Tipping it over the shoulder. What a great move. I do love that. I also kind of find it funny, though, how that animation, like tipping a man over your shoulder with a shield, does in fact kill the man. Like, that's a death animation. The man could get up. I don't think it's that great a fall. Lokirim Macemen are losing, but also the Last Garden Blades are losing. Maybe because of the Walls of Ruin getting involved. I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe they do need the extra units down there. Who knows? Also, these things have captured this cap point, which the elves has allowed them to take. And this also means that the elves are over on this side are, in fact, at risk of being surrounded. They need to be careful. Like, the Lokirim here could just rush down this hill, or down the slope. They could surround these guys and trap them from getting back up here, up this slope. The elves need to be aware of this for sure, because otherwise they're in real trouble. They really need to start thinking about maybe turning something around, blocking that exit. And just so they can allow to get the elves back up, because they're going to beat this unit. And then once they've done that, they need to really think about retreating, because Isengard's not really pushing that hard at all. Really, it's down to the Eastlings at the moment doing all the pushing.
The whole unit has been destroyed. So
yeah, they definitely need to start thinking about retreating there. We've got more Lokirim over here as well, setting up. I would have thought maybe they could sneak up this this path here. I think they can. If you're aware, you can sneak through this path here, go around here, and then you're in behind. So again, you need to be a map aware. I believe that is a little path that you have there, so you do need to be map aware of those sort of things. Walls of Ruin are losing as well down here, so it seems as though the archer support that the elves are getting over here is starting to affect the outcome of this fight, and the elves do need to make sure that excellent archers are doing some great work and getting excellent kills. Archer units need to be getting no less than 200 kills. Certainly need to get their supply barrels going. They've got another one over there. They've got another couple. These archer units need to be going and using their supply barrels. Like, they're so handy. Like, it's just free ammo you're getting. And like as the elves, that's such a key thing. Look at this, though. Lords of Asgard here are going to beat the Uruk-hai infantry. Wow, we just witnessed them do it as well. Fair enough, but you lost a lot of men for that. I don't know if it was really worth it. They also looks like they have been just trying to destroy this wall. It's 96%. I don't know who that was doing that, but maybe it was the... Oh, it's the Elven artillery for sure. This Elven artillery also, by the way, is under threat from just being charged right now by a load of Uruk raiders. They need to get that out of there, but they're not going to be able to do it in time. So, yeah, that's a really expensive honor that's going to get wasted. That's a real shame. By the way, Isengard has Sappers for late game. These guys could be very, very key. I mean, they... I usually use on walls, that's what they were used on in the movies, but recently players have been using them just to blow up units. I mean, that's kind of the strat for them now, but I mean, they usually have been replaced by Grenadiers. They're Grenadiers are usually the unit now used to blow up units. But yeah, those Sappers, often have seen them being used to blow up stuff. Still fighting over here, now looks like we're going to see, yeah, this is not good. Get these whole Guardians back, don't let them just get focused down by crossbows. Like, crossbows are designed to pierce through heavy armored units, and this is a heavy armored unit that needs killing. Isengard needs to kill this unit, and they'll do it if they just get left here. These crossbows will munch them up. I haven't lost a man yet, or an elf yet, but literally as I say that, they start to drop. There you go, commentator's curse, it would seem. And we're about to see, looks like the Elven King, he's going to ride out, and he's going to try and preserve this. Well, actually, there you go. The Onager's crew has got out there. I did see that run away. That is still 34 men. Some archers have been sent to go and try and deal with these raiders. The archers are beating the raiders and now have the Elven King here, but it's still like a sacrifice just to try and save an Onager that really should not have been here anyway. Now I've got Loki and Maceman on the way. These will be harder to rout. And harder to kill. Yeah, big risk. I mean, in fairness, it's not the end of the world if the elves lose their general. Their general is not that, like, important to them. Their morale is already pretty good. Thranduil here can die if he needs to. There's always another one anyway. There is 2 Woodland Realm armies here. There's 2 Thranduils. But still, it would be better to keep him alive. This is a good cav unit. And a gold chevron one of that. My gosh, they did chevron him up high. Looks like we're about to see, like, hammer and anvil maybe on this Loki rim. I mean, he used to be really good at doing hammer and anvils. I'm not really sure how good the Elven King is now at hammer and anviling. Certain units like the Loki rim, which are like a heavy infantry unit. But here we go. We'll see how it works. Wasn't too bad, to be fair. We are going to see halberds now rushing on in. They're going to try and stop this general. I mean, they may get a couple of him, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Loki rim are losing, actually, decisively. And the Elven King's yet to lose a man, so wow, yeah, they're doing well. Let's see, halberdiers go in. They're going to try and take on these archers, try and flank them. And the archers are really good for the elves usually in combat. So that is the other thing with the elves. Is like every time you, like every man you bring is effective. Like your armies will be small, but everything's good. Like orc archers, men archers in most cases, and like dwarven archers aren't necessarily that good in combat, but the elven ones, they're really good. I mean, to be fair, Varrig archers as well, that the Eastlings have brought are going to be good in melee. They've got sword and shield. So it may not matter too much actually to the Eastlings about that, but certainly for the elves it will. Look at this, though. This is brutal. What is this? Is this just like the Varrig bowman having pot shots? I mean, it looks like it was the Varrig bowman. Ah! It might be, in fact, this onager over here that's firing. Probably why their units are out of formation and stuff, but yeah. The onager is just trying to soften up that front line. Not a bad idea here. Lokrim are losing. Again, it's a 2v1. Does it really need to be a 2v1? I mean, right now they're not being stretched awfully, but maybe where the onager is they could do with more infantry. Yeah, the last guy on blades here, they're doing okay. I mean, they should be winning this. They need to hold on and take out, like, all of these units here, really. I mean, at least they got some archers with ammo left. They do need to hold on to as much ammo as possible. And still seems like down here, they're quite happy to carry on being aggressive. You also can see the pole arms here. They're banged up. They really are. I don't know how many kills they got. I am not seeing impressive plays, really, by the Hall Guardians today. And we're now seeing the introduction of these pole arms, these archers are starting to lose. But really, this flank over here is actually, I think it's, yeah, near enough out of, I mean, bar these berserkers, which have been kind of forgotten about. The attackers running out of troops here. And they're actually throwing in these crossbows, which probably a good unit to target this Elven King, but the Elven King can also quite happily charge him. And here we go, we're going to see the Elven King come in for these Isengard crossbows. Yeah, really nice charge. I mean, they're vulnerable to cav, like are all archers and crossbows, but they are a bit more heavily armored. It's a bit more of a pain to kill them, but they've lost 30 in this first charge. The Elven King still yet to lose a man. My gosh. Impressive. Yeah, Urukai crossbows losing decisively. We've got the Lokrim Maceman wavering here. I mean, maybe this general shouldn't have pulled through. He's not really knocked down the unit as much, like so much, but he's lost a couple of men now. Trying to get another charge off, not really working. I do like the silver armor though of the Elven King unit. Looks really nice. They are starting to drop though as soon as you like weaken these guys a little bit. Maybe send up this sword unit just to try and support. I mean, it would be sucking in more and more elves, but this is a fight they can win. Really, they can. They really should be winning it, to be honest, as well. Over here, this... Oh, what the heck happened here? How did the elves get swords over here? And why are they here? These are... like, just being overcommitted. And they're just getting shot in the back by crossbows. It's not a fight you can win. Even as the elves, getting shot in the back by archers. It's a no bueno. Just ends in defeat. Defeat and loss of a lot of elves. Yeah, I don't know what they were planning on there. That's just dumb and just throwing troops away. And these archers have been caught out. No, this is what I feared. The Eastlings here are just going to come around behind. The elves really need to turn around and start defending this rear, because otherwise they're in real trouble. Good to see that the pikes here for Isengard are losing to swords. It shows how kind of awful these pikes are. They kind of lose out to most units. But yeah, this is not good. Seeing Varric warriors have come down here. This is not a good sign. I mean, these archers as well, with lots of ammo, need to get back. I mean, they are Lords of Lasgarn, and they are in fact winning. It's incredible. But yeah, they cannot just afford to just be there. The elves also, by the way, still have swords all the way down here, and they're waiting for more troops to land. They need to start thinking about retreating. They can't hold all these positions at the moment. And Lasgarn blades are now, Lords of Lasgarn are now refilling ammo, which is good to see.
The men are running. Stand and fight, damn you!
And they did, in fact, break over everything over here as well. Really nicely done. So that is amazing. That's really going to help out this position. The Elven General's got out there with probably a lot of kills. And now they can get his Onager back up and running, which they need to do. They need to get him up and running and doing some damage. And we now have Bane in the steps coming into the back of the elves. Oh no. Yeah, he could go into the back of these Hall Guardians as well, and he could just do all sorts of damage. He just knocked over that entire Elven unit. Look at them. They're all like face down. It's like, ugh, what happened? Who's defending our back? Certainly not the Bane in the steps. They're running it down. Also, how's this been managed? The supply barrel crew has managed to get off.
Remains of this unit now.
They managed to get off the wall and are now just walking around. How are you managing this? Not quite sure, but that is a bit of a miracle. Elves over here now losing. I mean, these are White and Stormers, and these Lords of Lasgarn have been in a lot of fights already. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking great for the elves at the moment. I mean, it's 1,300 against 3,200. They've lost about half their forces, and they have killed about half of the, like, the orcs and the Eastlings. But the orcs and Eastlings are now bringing up more of their elite troops. And the elves, I feel like, have lost a lot of theirs. They've lost Hall Guardians. They've burned through a lot of ammo, which is always a good and effective way to kill stuff. Yeah, they need to find a few more tricks. Like I said, supply barrels. Maybe kill a general off. Maybe if we could kill, like, Isengard's general, that would help. Isengard certainly suffers from lack of morale, as kind of does the Eastlings. I mean, they just broke another Loki room there. They're now going to go into these Varric warriors.
An entire unit has perished.
They kill these Varric warriors, and they're kind of cleared up on this flank as well for now. I do like the relook of the Varric warriors. They do look good. I haven't seen them in a little while, to be honest. They give me that sort of like nomad human look. Yeah, they're doing their best. I mean, I'm actually going to see elves rushing here against polearms. I mean, I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to hit the flank of them. It's literally like just two men can engage. It's not exactly the best assault in the world. It'd be better going onto the wall, flanking around and surrounding them. That would be a better move. That would be like, that's a more sneaky way of doing it. Just have to see whether the Eastern player is paying attention. He's having to do a lot of work at the moment, as we're seeing Loki Rim lose. I mean, the archers really need to get out of there. Hall Guardians now are in combat. All the elves down here are dead as well. It just seems like a massive waste of Hall Guardians and Lasgarn blades. They could have really prevented that from happening. If they just put up a shield wall here, they would have been fine. Yeah, the Varric warriors with Hall Guardians in there aren't going to win this fight, but they have. Well, maybe they will, because the Urgs of Isengard have found a sneaky way around. I mean, there's General here ready to hammer and anvil anything that comes in behind, I guess. But that is exactly what Isengard's trying to do, is just sneak in behind. The Variags here trying to do their best. Got some like weak infantry, half orc axes coming up. These should be easy enough to kill for the elves. I mean, they're using arrows, but honestly, I just use basic infantry. And now we're seeing the elves rush here. They're getting impatient. They don't like the situation on another flanks, and they are engaging the Lokirim here. Don't know how good an idea this is. They are weakened, but we'll see.
Enemy forces have destroyed an entire unit.
Artillery coming in, getting a really good hit. That was really nicely done by the Onagers. It's basically firing point blank range. You can see the elves are trying to do as much damage to it as possible, trying to shoot the crew. If they have fire arrows, which I don't know if the elves do actually, they could have burned that Onager. That would be a much more effective use of their ammunition. Just burn the Onagers. I mean, their accuracy is good enough. That's the problem. The Onagers are kind of almost like being counted as like barricades. You can see most of the shots bouncing off, meaning the crew doesn't get hit. You can just carry on like normal. I mean, if I was Isengard now, I'd flank around behind with my half-orc axes. We also have the elves down here. They're challenging this Bane of the Steppes, and the Bane of the Steppes is winning. As far as you can see the elves trying to flank hard on these halberdiers, doing what they can. They are losing. It's a good unit to try and take out. But it's at a cost. This Bane of the Steppes here could possibly die. Would it be a good idea to try and get a general like the Elven King down there? Try and get him involved. They have 2 Elven Kings. They could have maybe taken that Bane of the Steppe general out.
The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Lord's Last Guard really battered up. They look like they're about to be sent in. But to be fair, the Lokirim and Macemen are losing in this fight. I thought they might struggle. But I mean, I guess the sheer chevrons that these Last Guard and Blades have really helping. I'm seeing a lot. Look at this. They really need to get this this unit with ammo out. I mean, honestly, I'd just send the other one back, which is healthy, just to go and get more ammunition as well. If they still have supply barrels that are operational, got to get that ammo out of them. Got to keep firing. They get like a quarter of their ammunition back, and that's a lot of ammo that you could just expend onto things like pikes and halberds and just the rear of infantry. We're now seeing a really good unit that will counter those archers though, Iron Storms go in. And this is a unit that maybe you want to use the Elven King on, maybe charge in, try and hit them in the flank, because this is not good here. I mean, I don't know why they just carry on flanking around and pushing for the center, because the elves have just archers in the center. It's just a perfect sort of defense you want to go after. The Bane of the Steppes here charging down into the back of the elves and have helped break them. Now the polearms and the general here dealing with this last elven sword unit. There's another elven sword unit here that's on the walls that they really need to get off the walls. I don't know if it's stuck or what, but they need to get it off, because it's healthy and they need all the men they can get now. It's 900 against 2,400. I mean, I'd say never say never, but it's not looking great at the moment for the elves. But it is the elves. They could turn it around. They need to kill a general off soon and cause like a mass rout. But now the Woodland Realm are losing this fight here. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's to do with archers, or maybe the artillery getting involved. But yeah, bizarrely they're now losing. Maybe just because they're very tired. Yeah, as soon as they're getting very tired. Well, I don't know. Hard to say. Over here though, elves still winning, and we're also seeing lots of charges here by the Elven King. He's doing a lot of damage to this Iron Stormer. Only risk with this charging the storm unit is that the crossbows are doing as much damage as possible. Big blob up here by the elves is meaning that Lots of artillery shots coming in. I mean, it is a prime target. Look at them. Look at all these guys just scattered here. The elves, general really trying to do his best. The Urukai infantry and Windstorm's actually really elite. They are holding for now. You can see here that the Locurim are going to get routed, but we're now seeing half-orc axes going in. Support from Isgard on this flank, supporting his Eastling ally. But yeah, it's not looking good right now. I mean, we quickly go to the strategic map. It's looking very thin at the moment, and we're seeing these berserkers are slowly moving up. There's an artillery crew, that's all there is to stop them. They need to get back on the artillery and try and save them. We've got some Bane in the Steppes. They're dealing with the last Gallon archers here that are holding on. But yeah, there's not much left right now for the elves. They are thin on the ground. Very thin on the ground. I think, honestly, the original idea to defend higher up the city was a better idea. Artillery is flying on in. It'd be better if it was fiery ammunition, just because it would look cooler. Oh, jeez. Yep, some really good hits coming in here. I mean, if they keep hammering and anviling this Wine Storm here, they will break it. Seems like they're also having to try and... they're using cavalry right now to slow down Uruk infantry. More archers being thrown in. I mean, this archer unit is full of ammo, and they're having to sacrifice it. I just feel like, as well, that's the problem. The elves have been throwing in a lot of units with full ammo. Sometimes when I think, well, it's not too far away, a unit with no ammo. Send that one in. But they won't be long till these guys break through. I mean, they probably could. There's a gap here. They could probably... they wanted to retreat the general, go in column, get around, and sneak in. I mean, it's a risk, but it's a risk you might want to take. The elves starting to crumble on this side here. As you can see, Ward's Rune helping to rout these Lasgarlan blades and everything, and Lasgarlan archers, Lord's Lasgarlan archers as well. And they're going to try and slow this Ward Rune down. Got another, oh, we've got Elven King in here. That Elven King definitely just pulled through though. That like charged in right into the middle and then just pulled through. That's a bit risky, and he will lose his general doing that one day. Quite possibly today. Not a good sign all these elves are losing. He's going to recharge his own lines. Thranduil is in the middle of that. Oh, it's not looking good. A lot of wavering going on over here. I mean, the general is not looking great either. Have they lost it? No, they have not lost their general just yet, but he's getting focused down. He's got 8 men left. He is possibly about to die. Thranduil, you got to hold on, man.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
And there you go. He has fallen.
Our general has died.
Rip in peace, Thranduil. You will be missed. But there you go. That might be the nail in the coffin. I mean, they are low on troops. Is that army there? So that might be enough. Army losses usually come into it. And you can see they have actually won here, which is pretty impressive. But now we're seeing things like Grenadiers come up. We're seeing Sappers come up. And these guys are just going to try and blow the rest of the elves sky high. It's not a bad idea, to be honest. They're using crossbows as well. And we have artillery all set up, ready for this remaining elven force here.
The enemy general is
Another enemy general dead. Oh no, this is a... Sorry, this is a... Bane of the Steppes is dead. Sorry, I was thinking Elven general. I was just bizarrely thinking the elves were the enemy. But there you go. One general dead for both sides. I mean, the Easterlings can't really afford to lose their general as much as the elves. So we'll have to see how this one goes. But yeah, I mean, the Easterlings have a lot of troops left. I mean, I don't know if they're going to break, but they'll be certainly low on morale. Walls of Rune. Actually, maybe it's more that the Isengard has more troops. So here we go. Sappers coming forward. Are they going to blow up? Yes, they are. Look at that. They just blew this entire Hallgarden unit to pieces. I mean, it sacrificed that whole unit, but it blows up an entire Hallgarden unit. My gosh. And yeah, they broke just like that. And actually, some of the Sappers are still alive with ammo. How you managed that, I don't know, sirs. But you managed to survive a huge explosion. And now they're going to run into the back of these guys and do the same by the looks of it. An explosive end to a glorious siege.
Grim news.
And there you go. The generals died for the elves as well. They actually managed to get in pole arms and stuff to help out in that fight. And it does not matter if they're winning or not. They've lost their general. That's never a good sign. Artillery still slamming in. I think this is the artillery, yeah, of these things. The Sappers, I think, did break. Because I can't see them anymore. And I don't think they blew up. They must have broken, maybe. I don't know. We now have grenadiers on the way and more swords, and it's not looking good. And they're rushing for these artillery pieces. I don't think they've got any ammo left. It's a forlorn hope. The elves are going to be beaten here at Tarnos, but only just. Only just. I mean, they were like 3-1 on odds. They got it with 200 men left, down to 1,200. So they've killed 5,000 orcs and evil men here today to a loss of 2,000. That shows how strong the elves are. Even if they are going to lose, they did so well. And I wouldn't have said there was too much mistakes being made. Maybe just that they threw away their Hall Guardians a little bit early. And I think maybe they defended out here a little bit too long, allowing these things to like flank behind them, and maybe also down here. But yeah, they actually don't, like, one of their units I think got stuck on the wall, so that's really unfortunate. But yeah, so these are the remaining 3 units. The other unit over there cannot be used, sadly. I feel like that's a regular bug I see at the moment. It's that unit gets stuck on the wall, like a unit there gets stuck on the wall.
Our victory point has fallen to the enemy.
And the elves have lost their victory point as well. That's only going to just damage morale. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. These guys are already wavering. And I mean, the archers are just about winning their fight. Just. And they are superior in every way to these crossbows. So many immortal lives have been lost today for the elves. And there you go. A valiant defeat for the elves, unfortunately. Sauron and his minions have been victorious. So yeah, this was a fun one. This was from Morrat's perspective, playing as the Woodland Realm. Well done to him and to Cruz. Did a really good job, getting some really good kills. I mean, I'm seeing for Morrat here, I'm seeing 200 plus kills for all of his archers, which is all I required. But yeah, did really, really well. Well done to Sneaky Rafiki and to Justice as well, who's playing as the forces of Isengard. So anyway, we'll look quickly at the kills. Morrat here with his general, 322 kills. Lasgarland and Blades getting 137 kills. The best one there, it's a Hall Guardian's not even getting like 50 kills between them. It's really sad to see. These guys can usually get 200 kills as well. We've got 204 kills with the Lasgarland archers, 280 for these Lords of Lasgarland, 305 kills. Some really nice kills there. And his Honor only getting 52 kills. I wonder whether it was really worth bringing it, whether he should have brought another sword or something like that. I don't know. And then we have Cruz here as the other Woodland Realm army, getting 73 kills with his Elven King, 159 with his Lasgarland Blades, 198 with this one, 170 kills. Got some much better kills, I feel like, with his Lasgarland Blades. 149 kills with his Hall Guardians, 166 with his Lasgarland Archers, 280 kills with his Lords Lasgarland, and yeah, the other one's also getting into the 200s. Very nice. Then Sneaky Rafiki playing as the Eastlings. 213 kills with the Bane of the Steppes. 157 with the Wards of Rune. His like Loki and Mason did actually not that great at all. None of them getting more than like 40 kills, 49 kills. 143 kills to Loki and Halberdizo is pretty good actually. And Onergy getting 122. Then we have Justice playing as Isengard. He got I was about to say 100 kills, but no, 76 kills with his YN Stormers. Still healthy though. None of his Urukai infantry are actually getting close to 100 kills, but I guess they're killing elves. It's rough for them to try and get 100 kills plus. 93 kills with the half-orc axes is pretty good. Berserkers at 48 kills. 122 kills for crossbows and 52 kills for those sappers blowing themselves up. Really nicely done. But there you go, guys. That is today's Siege Battle. I hope you did enjoy. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. Check out the merch as well if you haven't already. And go and check out the Discord as well if you want to get involved in some Dawnless days. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.